Hey Reddit.
What conspiracy theory do you completely believe is true?
We have less than 1,000 subscribers. Get us to 1,000 for more daily content.
The government constantly reposts this question to see what we know.
No, we don't do that at all.
A lot of entertainment companies are money laundering fronts.
Don't even get me started on Entertainment 720.
Someone said that a painting sold for millions and I thought, oh god yeah, why didn't I think that before?
Epstein didn't kill himself.
I read this as Einstein didn't kill himself and thought, wait. People think Einstein died of suicide? Slight.
I'm on the middle ground in this one. I think he did kill himself. But only when someone visited his cell and told him to either do it himself or, suffer much worse consequences. Of course, during that visit, the cameras mysteriously turned off and both guards decided to take a nap.
The Department of Transportation bought way too many orange barrels. So most of them have to be stored on highways.
You deserve an upvote. I literally travel past miles of barrels on a daily basis and rarely see anyone working.
Maybe not Tupac, but at least one celebrity has faked their death and is still out there.
If it's anyone, it's Andy Kaufman.
Elvislives.
Disney absolutely believed that Hillary Clinton was going to win the 2016 election. So they started building her animatronic for the Hall of Presidents well in advance. And after Trump pulled off a victory, instead of starting from scratch, they just kinda made a couple half-assed adjustments to the Hillary model and put it up on stage.
I read this and immediately didn't believe it. Then I saw the picture.
Trump winning literally ruined the season of South Park that year because they wrote it with the intention that Trump Garrison would lose.
Not a specific theory, but I have no doubt that the majority of leaks for the entertainment industry, video games, movies, TV, etc., are completely purposeful and meant to gauge general opinions before official announcements.
They're called trial balloons, and they absolutely exist. They exist in politics. They exist in products. They exist in every industry with any amount of money.
This is one of those that just makes so much sense. Yet somehow it's never occurred to me until now.
The Big Mac has gotten smaller so McDonald's saves some money. I dunno, but I swear the Big Mac used to be bigger. Or maybe I am just fatter.
This is a pretty common business tactic. And there's been a hell of a lot of research into it. Companies know consumers are happier paying the same amount for an often unnoticeable reduced portion rather than seeing a price increase for the same item.
A pound of bacon, at least in Canada, used to be 454 grams. They went to 425 grams, 400 grams, and now I've even seen down to 350 grams. All this while the prices go up. Exception to the rule is Costco.
College Board isn't non-profit.
Every high school student just sighed in understanding.
Man, frick College Board.
The CIA is responsible for the crack epidemic.
That one's partially true. One single thing can't be entirely responsible. But the CIA was involved. The question is whether it was knowingly or unknowingly. And it's far from the only drug trafficking the CIA took part in.
I thought Gary Webb did a good job of proving that.
That the CIA let JFK get assassinated.
A time traveler has traveled back in time to the year 1963. However, he does not know the exact date. He sees a CIA agent nearby and asks him, "Is today before or after the JF?" Before.
Wait, I actually am curious about this one.
Shelley Miscavige is either dead or being held prisoner by the Church of Scientology.
Aren't they the only two options available for her?
Just read the wiki article on her, very interesting. Not only did the cops out Leah R for filing the missing persons case, but they also stated that they talked to her in person and closed the case as not missing. Like, isn't it questionable at all that someone hasn't been in public since 2007 and someone files a missing persons case and the Church of Scientology calls up and is like, nope, shush is not missing, here she is, okay leave us now, she needs to go back inside, and then the cops are just like, okay yep shush is fine.
This is the smallest conspiracy ever. But, you know how when you pull a tissue out of a box, there's this dust that comes out from the tissue when it scrapes the perforated edge? I swear it's designed like that so that the dust makes you sneeze. And then suddenly you need more tissues. Rise up against big tissue.
Finally someone said something about this. There's too much dust in general on tissues. It all gets fucking stuck in my nose and I'm back where I started. Switch to napkins, bro.
I've heard similar that chapstick doesn't let your lips replace their moisture, so you have to keep applying and end up buying more.
J. Edgar Hoover had ties to the mob and gave preferential treatment to certain crime families, organizations while crushing others. Also, his stranglehold on American intelligence made him a figure presidents feared.
My understanding was that, specifically, the mob had photos of him and his boyfriend doing, you know, boyfriend stuff, which is a pretty intense threat when you're the no queers or commies guy.
It sounds crazy, but I'm getting a sneaking suspicion that the Earth just might be spherical after all.
Fools. All of you fools. It's a donut.
Ancestry DNA and the rest of those ancestry websites are run by the government to have access to people's DNA to cross-reference crimes, etc.
That's not a conspiracy theory, it's in the fine print when you use their services.
I don't think they're run by the government, but they absolutely share results with police. They make absolutely no promise of privacy. This isn't theory. It's verified fact.
Removed.
Solid conspiracy.
My husband's eyes lit right the frick up when I read him this, lol, he's so excited to believe this forever LMAOK.
I got a pretty harmless one. Stevie Wonder can see. The world's elites are in on it. Which almost got blown open when George W. Bush waved at him.
Didn't Shaq say he ran into him in an elevator once and Stevie Wonder said, "Hey, Shaq," before Shaq said anything?
I didn't think he was 100% blind. Like, he can see almost nothing but there is a shred of blurry vision or something.
Automobile and oil companies have been working to impede or hide developments in renewable energy solutions.
There is actually a lot of evidence for this. I was a climate activist before seeing it. But the Years of Living Dangerously documentary series pretty well confirmed to me that big oil, gas, and coal companies are standing in the way of renewable energy solutions.
I'm in the Navy and we change uniforms a lot compared to other branches. There's a conspiracy theory that there's a rear admiral whose wife has stocks in the company that makes our uniform. I just randomly heard someone talking about it. I have zero evidence that it's true. But I 100% believe it.
Yeah, the Navy seems to change their uniforms way too much.
The government was behind Throwback Thursday in order to get us to digitize and upload pictures that they would not have had access to in order to help improve age progression, facial recognition algorithms.
Like Facebook's 10-year challenge.